So in June, I'm doing this event that maybe you've heard about by now, but you probably haven't because it's an exclusive invite-only event. Just being completely honest. And if after this you're interested, let me know. We can have a conversation because I'm literally only inviting 5 or 6 people to this event. But here's what I've realized. I've realized that there's a lot of AI stuff going on in terms of teaching. Heck, I just heard Russell Brunson is doing another one of his challenges, a 5-day challenge, and it's free. And he's teaching, he's trying to sell his stuff on the back end. And a lot of that seems real sexy and it seems real shiny and it seems real cool. And a lot of tactics and even in like what Russell's teaching, he's going through a whole lot of tactics and that's wonderful, but tactics don't make you money. Tactics distract you from making money. That's why it's called shiny object syndrome. And so there's a lot of that going on right now. There's a lot of that in the vibe coding industry right now of, hey, come create this thing with one prompt. Yeah, no, it's not real, okay? And put a stake in the ground and say that, and I know it's gonna piss off a lot of people, but here's the deal. Here's the deal. AI is going to change your business, whether you like it or not. AI is going to change the way you lead your company, whether you like it or not. That's just a fact. However, what's also a fact is in order for AI to do that, in order for your company to thrive through that, there's some fundamentals and some principles and some baselines that have to be in place. There's some things in the way that you lead, the way that I lead, that have to change in order for AI to really have the impact in our organizations that it needs to have. It's wild to me that the current studies are showing that 95% of AI implementations in business are failing. That's a lot of money being wasted because we're spending a lot of money in AI. But what's really important to me isn't the 95%, it's what the 5% are doing. What the 5% are doing. The 5% have figured out something different. The 5% are doing things very, very differently. And what's interesting to me is when I look at what the 5% are doing, is they're doing all the fundamental things that we used to do 30 years ago in software development, in software architecture, in building systems. They've gone back to all of those fundamentals. So as much as everyone today is saying, oh my gosh, create an app with one prompt, one sentence creates your app and you're off and running. Those who are actually having success with AI have realized that's not the answer. The answer is to go back to the fundamentals. And so in June, middle of June in Vegas, I am hosting an event. It's a 4-day event. In the middle of the week, yes, I'm doing an event in the middle of the week, 4 days. Yes, you got to take off from your business because I want to know that you're committed. This is only for those who are truly committed. And we're going to go back and I'm going to teach you the fundamentals. The fundamentals. We're going to look at how we analyze problems in our business. And when I say analyze problems, I'm talking about analyzing problems that actually either increase our top line, our revenue, or our bottom line, our profit. How do we actually identify things in our business that does one of those two things? Not something cutesy that's fun and cute. There's something that actually puts money in the bank. And then we'll look at how we build AI to solve that problem. And in 4 days, you're going to come out with an AI employee that actually will solve that problem for you. That's my promise. That is my promise right there. It's a big and a bold one, but it is true. And I've done this event multiple times and it has happened. The last time I did this event, it actually, the 3 people that were there, right, when they looked at what it saved them, they each were saving 30 hours of work a week. Get that for a moment. 30 hours of work a week. How does that not affect your bottom line profit? When you got 30 extra hours to now do more, that affects your bottom line and your top line. That affects both your bottom line and your top line. So if you're in a place where you realize that you need to bring AI into your organization, you need to bring AI into your team is struggling, you don't know how to lead your team in AI, but you know that this is the future and you want to build something solid, reply, talk to me, because this event might be right for you. But I want to be completely clear. This is invite only, so just reaching out to me doesn't mean that you're in. All right. This is an intense 4 days with me in Vegas where you're going to learn some fundamentals, and I'm going to give you all of my frameworks. Okay. Because that's the other side of what is missing in the vibe coding industry is every single app that's created is different. Every single app that's created has a different framework underneath it, which means that they're not all secure. They're not all secure. And how do you stop the AI from taking shortcuts? Because it does that. It does that. And so I give you all of my frameworks that keep your AI projects in line so that they don't drift. They don't drift, which is a massive, massive problem. But listen, all that being said, the bottom line is this. If you're an entrepreneur, you're leading a team, you know that you need to implement AI into your business. Maybe you've even gone out and tried some of those vibe coding things and you realized, yeah, this is cool, but it isn't actually what I need. It doesn't actually work. It doesn't actually solve my problems. Show up. Let me know that you want to show up. Let's have a conversation. Let's see if this is right for you, because if it is, I guarantee you, you will leave different, and you will leave with massive problems solved in your business and a completely different outlook for the future for your company. 4 days in Vegas, middle of June.